Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick here, dropping in on you. Hope everybody is off to a great start for this week. Look, I'm not going to be long. I've got maybe 12 minutes tops before my first session for today, but I wanted to drop in on you. Look, all right, I've gotten the emails, I've gotten the inboxes, I've got them. So I'm going to do one more week of the 7-day lunch. 7-day business lunch. We had a pretty good class, pretty exciting. Of course, I lost my voice towards the end of it. The course wasn't actually meant to be taught; it was kind of be meant to be followed. But I wanted to teach it. I'm going to teach it one more time. This course is actually going up with all of our other courses online, so you'll have one place where you can go and find all of my courses and do them online. Obviously, the cost is going up. The cost is going up, and so that's one thing. But for one more week and 25 more people, I only got room for 25 people. One more week, we're going to do the 7-day online business lunch. To my people that were in the class, I've got some more material I'm going to be sending to you that's going to help clarify any questions you have. And don't forget, once you review, it's also going to have the link to the video for the course. So look for that today. And again, once you get it, if you have any questions, let me know. But for anyone who is seriously talking about starting a business, and let me tell you why I think it's important. And there's a special little gift outside of being able to sign up for this course in there for people who are really serious about changing their lives. I'll let you look for it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But if you're really looking for it, if you really want to do something special, if you really want to change your life, this is it. I've got another real special thing going to be happening a little later on today. I'm really excited about what we're doing at Rick Wallace Enterprises, especially in the veins of the Odyssey Project and the Visionetics Institute, but others as well. Look, check this out. The question is real simple. What are you building for your family's future? What are you building to solidify the future of your spouse, male, female, uh, your children, their grandchildren's children, and I am literally preparing to release tomorrow my 25th book, which is The War on Black Wealth, Breaking the Code. And there are endless uh, points about all the things that have happened over the course of 400 years and 157 years since emancipation that have served as impediments to the development and building of wealth for Blacks in the book. But there's also a much larger section that shows how we can still build. One of the ways that you build wealth, one of the ways that you solidify and you put your wealth in a place that's protected is through the businesses that you create. Your businesses, if you own businesses and they're successful, they're going to be a big part of your net worth. Your net worth is simply the assets you own. Assets are anything that add value to your worth. That means they're bringing in more money than they are costing to run, or that they cost to buy. Your debts and liabilities are things that have depreciated in value and still can be an asset if you own it outright. But definitely anything that's costing you money to maintain is a liability. Debt is your biggest enemy of wealth. Well, one of the things people look at building wealth as having a whole bunch of money around. Right now, that's probably not a good idea with the way that the value of the dollar is taking such a big hit. A big part of the inflation right now isn't the absence of supply as much as people think and as much as they're trying to tell you. It's the deflation or the depreciation in the value of the dollar, something to pay attention to. I don't want to get too big off into that right now. We're going to talk about it real big on Saturday with our guest, Roger Grant. Who is going to come talk to us about the importance of building wealth and how to protect your wealth from tax liabilities and probate and a bunch of other things using trust. We're going to talk about that during the teaches. But what I want to talk about right now is you want value. You want to build generational wealth. One of the ways that you can do it is by starting your own business, building your business, creating a profitable business, and managing the flow of the profits properly. We have a tendency to take all the profits and spend. Take all the profits. That has to be a way you manage your income, your revenue that you generate, and there's a way that you build value, and there's a way that companies are valuated. And then when you get your company to where it's valuated at a certain level, you reach that point. Most people who are new millionaires don't have $1 million in a bank account. They have $1 million worth of assets. They have diversified their assets across different forms of assets, from stocks to real estate, to bonds, to insurance policies, to a bunch of things. One of the most underused mechanisms is insurance, and we don't get it. We don't get it as a people, how powerful insurance is, not simply as a capacity to bury someone after they're passed away. It's a powerful way to pass down wealth, and we don't utilize it. And we're going to talk about that on Saturday as well. And it's definitely in the book. And if you haven't gotten the book, I didn't put the link in there because I wanted it to be about what we're talking about today. But I'm going to be back in front of you, or you can go to one of my profiles and pages. You'll definitely find the link for the book. But here's the thing: you've got to build. If you're not building, you're expecting someone else to take care of you. If you're not building, you're hoping that who you make your living through will always have you on board. Here's the problem with that. And this is not me taking shots or dismissing or depreciating anyone who holds a job. You take care of your business. You do what you got to do. But let me tell you something. No matter how well you work for a company, no matter how well they compensate you, I guarantee you they're not compensating you at the value that you're providing for them. That's not how industry works. But more importantly, when you retire, you don't get to pass that job and that income down to your progeny. That's why so many generations of Blacks have end up starting from zero. Even when parents have done well, normally the child starts from zero. Why? Because parents are spending what they're earning to live the life that they, and I get it. You come from meager beginnings, you make it, you want to enjoy it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Here's the problem. You've got to create an avenue so that your child doesn't have to start from the same place you start, and you keep repeating that cycle. So no matter how gifted, no matter how well-rounded, no matter how educated, no matter how skilled, you're starting from zero. You can never close the wealth gap. And if you can't close the wealth gap, you can't close the power gap. If you can't close the power gap, you can never truly set the course of your life in this particular situation, this particular nation. You're going to have to be able to have some power. Power comes by the possession of wealth. You control the narrative when you have it. Things change. It just simply is. It just simply does. Here's the thing. There are ways to do it. One of the ways you do it, you start creating income. And the thing is, another thing we have to get out of thinking, and I'm almost done. The one thing we have to get out of thinking, one way we have to change our thinking towards money, period. What is money versus what is currency? What is a liability versus what is an asset? We need to learn those basic things because we've been misled. But the thing is, one of the biggest problems we have is we want to jump right in and win. We want to go for the big thing. We want it all. We want to be millionaires next year. And we never sit down and think that, okay, if I get an opportunity to do something that can make me a millionaire next year, I'm going to jump on it. But what if I don't? What am I going to do? Just keep sitting around year after year waiting for this big opportunity. Most of the time that people get on, it's not the big opportunity. It's sitting up saying, man, here's an opening that they left open. Here's a crack that's open. That's a door. That's a window that's unlocked. I'm going in. I'm starting small. I'm going to build. But here's what happens if I build each and every day, especially doing something with compound interest. I'm taking profits and I'm reinvesting in my company, and I'm taking the other profits and I'm investing in something that produces a compound growth. So I'm flipping the compound debt equation to compound growth, and I'm growing it. That's how you do it. No, I'm not going to go out and buy a new car. No, I'm not going out and spend $1 million on a house. What I'm going to do is I'm going to invest so it grows, because what's going to happen at some point, I'm going to reach a point of financial independence, and then I'm going to approach financial freedom. Then when I get to freedom, I can splurge, because then my money's working for me. And that's the thing. But you have to start, and you have to manage. You have to understand, one of the most powerful things is start a business. The moment you take control of your life, I promise you that there's going to be a different way that you view things. There's going to be a weight lifted. Why? I'm never going to fire myself. Now, there are going to be difficult times. I can tell you, I've been through them. This is an magic equation that takes you away from the vicissitudes and problems of life. This isn't what this is. This is a mechanism that says I will always have a level of control over my life, because I will always have mechanisms in play in which I can support myself. My mechanisms will automatically take hits along times that other companies are taking hits too. The difference is I'm going to be invested in it. I'm going to fight to save it. And I'm going to possess the knowledge of how to start over if I have to. And Nobody's going to have to give me a chance. One of the biggest things I saw after the collapse in 2007, 2006, 2007, 2008, were a lot of people who were struggling to get back into the job market, even after things got better. One thing I saw after the pandemic, same thing. People are struggling to get hired. The people who want the jobs, they don't want to hire. They keep saying there's this big need for employees, but they don't want to hire you. Why? Because the people who are trying to find the jobs are skilled and they want to get paid versus what they're skilled. One thing people have discovered during the pandemic is how valuable they are. That's what the Great Resignation is all about. Well, here's the thing. In the Great Resignation, there are people re-entering the job market, but 40% of the people who are resigning are not going back as employees. They're going back as entrepreneurs. They've decided to take their skills and create their own entities. And that's one of the things. Now, obviously, how you construct your company, how you structure your company, how you build, how you set your company up to be sheltered from heavy tax liabilities is going to be important. We have all the answers for that. But the first thing you do is get started, and get started small. Why? Because it doesn't cost a lot. Stop waiting on the big break. Stop waiting. Where when I get this done, I get that paid off, then I can go get a loan. No, start where you can start. That's the thing. If I had to say anything, just start where you can start. On that, I'm gonna get ready to get off. If you want to sign up, look, you're gonna get the full 7-day business launch course with me teaching it for the last time. I promise this is the last time. Y'all not gonna get me up there after this Saturday. That's it. This Saturday, I'm only taking 25. It's $97, but I'm also giving away a Breaking the Curse of Procrastination course, which is $1,500. That's it. You want to join, you want to take a chance at doing something great. The beautiful thing about this, there's a level of this that if you want us to, we'll come in with you and we will stay with you until you come to profit, meaning everything that you invest in getting there, we'll make sure that you earn it back or you get your money back. Hey, that's that. Look, I've got to go. I got a client to get to in a couple of minutes, so I got to shut this down, get set up for them. But hey, you guys got me back. You kept hitting the inbox. And the beautiful thing about it is, as some of the students, enrollees from this past classes, if you can't make it, cool, because we're recording everything. I'm giving you all the material. I'm giving you the recordings from the last 2 classes. So even if you're not there, you're going to have all that information to review. And then you get to contact me and ask me any questions that you have that you could not figure out doing this. And then, like I said, there's levels. If you want us to walk it through it, you want us to do it for you, we can do all that. But at the simplest, I'm going to show you that you can literally get online, start a business in a week. It's not going to be easy because you're going to do a lot of learning on the go, but it's possible. And you'll have me to tap into. On that note, I got to go. Thank you guys for stopping. You have a wonderful day. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on here. I'm going to challenge you to do the same thing. On that note, I'm out.